first couple of days. How's the wide receiver group look?
Oh, we look good. We got a lot of new guys, and everyone's looking good from the PRPs in the summer. And I think we're really carrying from what we learned last year into this season.
What's the feeling like for you personally, just the comfort level and stuff this year compared to maybe the previous fall camps you've come to?
Definitely a lot more comfortable, just because everything that happened last season with all the reps that I got in the game, and it just all carries over and it helps a lot.
What was your number one takeaway for playing, so much down the stretch, I guess?
Probably just the game experience, because there's really nothing like it. I mean, we can do live reps in practice, but at the end of the day, in the game, it's a whole nother situation.
Did you, I think I asked this to somebody yesterday, but you compare where you're at mentally now to where you might have been a year ago, and obviously you have that experience, and maybe last year at this time you're just kind of figuring out, what you might be on this team.
Yeah, I would just say confidence, just because a lot of the stuff we ran, I ran it a lot last year, and it just kind of carries over. So I guess I'm not just learning everything right now. I'm just kind of toning it in.
What was last year like for you? I mean, you didn't know if you were even going to get on the field. Next thing you know, you're making 12 catches in the Fiesta Bowl. I mean, it just kind of seemed like a whirlwind couple months.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I guess I was just being patient, just waiting for my time, and it finally came, and I was ready.
How do you look at you and Chaz and SWR and just the three of you and what you guys feel like you can accomplish this year?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely think we can accomplish a lot, and once we find our quarterback, I'm sure it'll be a great mix for us.
What are you seeing out of the quarterbacks so far through camp?
They're all taking reps at one, and they all look pretty good, and they're just getting kind of their timing down right now and their footwork and just the fundamentals.
Yeah, Coach Arson kind of said there is he didn't say a depth chart, but a pecking order at this point. But what's it like trying to get familiar with a number of quarterbacks versus just having kind of that one guy?
It's a little bit different. It's not too different, just because when you run your route, the ball is going to be right there. They all throw a great ball, and you don't really have to look who's throwing it. It's just going to be right there, and I think it's really just up to them with the timing.
Yeah, how'd you see Ryan progress over the summer as a leader and running PRPs and stuff like that?
Yeah, he definitely progressed a lot. Just stepping up and pretty much running the show out there. And you could tell he's matured a lot, and he's got more confidence, and he's ready to get started.
What is the next area for you, for your game personally this year, or this fall camp, you're focused on trying to improve in?
I think it's getting down kind of all the wide receiver positions, maybe just so I can move around a little bit, and just the fundamentals, getting back to that, because it's so important in game situations.
We've talked a lot about you three, but behind that, there's a lot of guys that we've heard about, but we haven't really seen on the field produce. How confident are you in some of those young guys and some of the guys maybe haven't produced yet, that those guys can step up and be options for you guys as well?
Yeah, I feel very confident, and it's crazy because none of them really have played too much in the game, but I feel like they all have because of the way they practice and their work ethic and what they produce in practice.
We're obviously going to talk to Chaz. How have you seen him kind of develop, and the guy that was playing DB just over a year ago, and now doing what he did? How have you seen him kind of progress, and do you think he can take another step this year too?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy just seeing him go from DB to wide receiver. He did it so smooth, and it's crazy because he's a crazy athlete, and he just makes amazing plays.
He doesn't have much character, though, does he?
No character.
Those young guys, anyone specifically jump out to you?
Killian Butler's looking pretty good. I mean, he's made some great catches in practice, so watch out.
Hey, Thomas, you obviously have a couple of all-conference DBs on the other side of the ball. How much does that help you guys having to go against such elite competition on the other side?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot, because when you go against the best, everything else is just kind of fills in. So it definitely helps us with our fundamentals and preparing for the games.
Craig was pretty effective throwing the deep ball last year, you guys. How do you guys feel like you'll be able to have that connection? It's kind of a pass that maybe some people take for granted sometimes. It takes some chemistry there. So I don't know, how do you feel like that's working? I know you're only a couple days into camp.
Yeah, I mean, all it really takes is just repetition. So I mean, we've been getting out there and throwing the deep ball all the time, and we already put in deep plays. So all it takes is repetition. I'm sure it'll be just like last year.
Do you feel like you're kind of moving into a leadership role at this point?
Yeah, I would say we are. I think me, Chaz, and Shane are all kind of in a leadership role right now, just especially with the young guys coming in, teaching them what we know so far, and yeah.
You know, how important is it for you guys like you to be stable and where you're at, where you know, run right routes or whatever, when you have so many kind of quarterbacks that might be rotating through and guys that are fighting for playing time?
I don't think it's any different, honestly. Whatever quarterback's in there, I'm going to run the same route, and usually the ball's right there. So.
You guys, I mean, you guys are obviously paying attention to it. Are you guys talking about, you know, who it might be, or are you guys wondering in your head who's going to be the guy? I mean, what's kind of the talk amongst the other players?
I mean, no one's really talking about it too much. Everyone, you know, in the back of their head is just ready to start the season. So.
You excited to put the pads on today? At least a little
Yeah,
bit?
I am excited. It'll be good.
Yeah. Well, last time was obviously spring, right?
Yeah, last time was spring.
Thanks.
All right.